Rise and shine, Bears fans, and welcome into Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. It is game day for the final time of the regular season in 2025 as the calendar has turned 2026. But no, not the final time of the season, because for the first time in 5 years, the Bears are going to the playoffs. Here's what we're going to do on today's show. We are going to have a full Bears-Lions preview. Keys to victory, injury news. I'll have my score prediction. And I want to take a look at the NFL playoff picture as well. I did a Bears update last night. We'll re-hit that and just kind of look at the landscape as a whole, as there's some big games today across the National Football League. Before we get started on any of that, if you want to support the program, I would greatly appreciate it. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Myself, producer Cullen, will be live today at 2 o'clock Central Time ahead of 3:25 kickoff at Soldier Field. So rock and roll with us for that watch party. We're trying to hit 150,000 subscribers before the wild card game next week. I think we're like, 1,600 away or something like that. So if you want to help us get there, we would appreciate it. Okay, let's get to the injury reports first for each team. For the Bears, pretty simple. Rome Odunze, Ozzie Trapillo, Jaquan Brisker, and Nick McLeod are questionable. Odunze, of course, dealing with that foot injury. I doubt he plays. He was limited on Friday. He did say he would like to play, but he will leave that up to the training staff. I worry that what happened at Lambeau before that game could happen again, where not a lot of practice time, but, he gets cleared and they push it in warmups and he retweaks it. Put him through a workout this morning, get him loose, but I would not play him in this game. We'll see if he does, but as of now, I have not seen an update there. I would guess he doesn't play, but I would not play him. Ozzie Trapillo, I think he will play. He's been dealing with a knee and a quad issue this week. Was limited all week, so he never got elevated to that full status at practice. So if he can't go, look for Theo Benedict to get the start at left tackle. Jaquan Brisker and Nick McLeod are both sick. McLeod's been sick for like a week. Was limited all week, so he must have gotten hit pretty hard with this illness. Brisker got hit with it on Thursday or Friday because he did not practice on Friday, so we'll see what his status is. If he can't go, look for Elijah Hicks or Jonathan Owens to start in his place. And then Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is out for the Bears. He is still in the concussion protocol. For Detroit, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Taylor Decker, and Christian Mahogany are the key players that are questionable. I expect St. Brown and Decker to play. Mahogany, I think, dealing with that illness, so we'll see if he's able to give it a go. There are a couple other guys, but those are the major ones. I will verbalize that Giovanni Matu was activated off of IR, so maybe he will start for Penei Sewell at right tackle, who's out. We'll have to wait and see. Not only is Sewell out for the first time in his career, Alex Anzalone, their starting linebacker, is in the concussion protocol. He will not play in this one. And Aleem McNeil is also out. I can't remember his injury, ankle maybe, but he is not playing later today. Okay, so that is the injury report. Let's get into some keys to victory as the Bears take on the Lions. I think starting fast would be nice. And, even though last week the Bears were able to put up 38 points, one thing that has plagued this team the last couple of months is the scripts. They're not scoring on these opening scripts. Remember early in the year, the first month or so, they would do really well on the scripts, and then they would struggle for the second and third quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, Caleb would go into kind of Iceman mode. Well, recently, the first couple drives, they don't score, then they get into a nice groove. So it would be nice if they could come out, opening drive, put points on the board, even if it's just a field goal, get some first downs, get into a rhythm. So I think starting fast is important. And if you can get a lead, get the crowd going, clearly the Lions are going to play hard and try to win, but they got some key guys out. I'm not saying they would tap out, but at some point, human nature takes over. If the Bears are up, multiple scores in the second half, they could just kind of mail it in. So we'll see if the Bears can get out to a fast start. I would like to see them do that. Balanced offensively as well. Get the run game going. Play action off of it, as this Lions defense has been struggling and some key guys are out. McNeil being out, you should be able to run between the tackles in this football game. So that's going to be very important. And then I think receivers can run free in the secondary, regardless of Rome Odunze's status. Luther Burden's playing, so he should be able to have some opportunities. Colston Loveland's been coming on. DJ Moore, who had the flu last week, he's full go this week. So get him back engaged as the Bears get ready for the playoffs. Defensively, got to get interior pressure. If you can get interior pressure on Jared Goff, which teams have been able to do this year, he's just not the same quarterback. He's still a good player, but if he's having to get rid of the ball quicker, get off of his spot, he's not one of these guys that can throw on the move very accurately. He just doesn't. That's a limitation of his. He doesn't have that superpower that Caleb Williams has. Now, if he has a clean pocket, he's as good as it gets. Very accurate, can deliver the football. We've all seen that time and time again. So you got to get him off his spot. And attacking or getting pressure on the interior is key. Now, with Penei Sewell out as well, come on, Montez Sweat, backup tackle. Like you should give me at least a sack today. Like that's what I need to see. And if you're Sweat, you got 9.5 sacks. If you get half a sack or more today, double digits. So I'm sure that's a personal milestone he would love to hit as well. We'll get to the Caleb Williams milestone opportunity here in just a little bit. As he, of course, has a chance to get 4,000 yards. Another key in this game, though, and, getting that interior pressure is probably a big part of it, but the defense has to get off the field on third down. Has to get off the field. It's been a problem in recent weeks. We mentioned it on a video earlier this week that against the Packers in the 2 games against Green Bay and against San Francisco last week, they're giving up like over 60% conversion rate on third down. I think it was 6 of 12 and 8 for 12 in the 2 games against the Packers, and it was 7 for 10 against the 49ers. You're just not going to win. We know this Bears defense has limitations. It's, the pass rush isn't great, but a couple of things can be better. Number one, the linebackers can play better. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards did not play well last week. I expect them to play better. I think the secondary can play better. I also think Dennis Allen can dial up more pressure. I don't know if he's scarred from that first Packers game where he tried to blitz a lot and Jordan Love burned him. Well, you gotta, if you're not getting pressure early in this game on Jared Goff, you're going to have to generate it because, again, if he's kept clean, he's going to slice and dice you. So got to get off the field on third down, and you got to get some pressure on the quarterback. The theme of this game is get the 2 seed. Get the 2 seed. You win the game, you're the 2 seed. Don't worry about what Philadelphia is doing. And then it's Bears-Packers Part 3. That's what we're looking for in this football game. All right, we'll get to my prediction in the playoff picture here in just a moment. But will Caleb Williams hit 4,000 passing yards? You guys let me know in the comments. Y for yes or type in for no. He's 270 away, so it's within reach, especially against a defense that's not playing great football right now. Let me go ahead and take a look at the weather report here on my handy dandy phone. High of 32, so it's going to be cold, but right now it's not very windy. Gusts up to 6 miles per hour. That's the key. It can be cold. If it's not super windy, then there should be opportunities in the passing game. So I think there's a decent chance. And look, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, they both downplayed it publicly this week. They said it's something they would like to accomplish, but it's not the priority, and it shouldn't be, and I believe them when they say that. The priority is winning the game and getting the 2 seed. We all understand that. That being said, if the opportunity is there, let's just say you get to the fourth quarter, you're up multiple scores, and you're within 50, 60 yards, I think they would try to get it. Now, again, you got to do what it takes to win the game first, and if you're running wild on the ground, stick with the run game, all that stuff. That all goes without saying. But I think it would be cool if they could get it done. Number one, it's just something we don't have to talk about anymore in future years. It's like, hey, Bears have a 4,000-yard passer. His name is Caleb Williams, and that's that. And quite frankly, in years to come, I expect him to just be able to routinely hit it. If the accuracy ticks up a bit, if the Bears didn't lead the NFL and yards dropped this year, this wouldn't even be a storyline today. He would have already hit it, or he'd be like, 50 yards away and he'd hit it easily. But I'd like to hit it just to have it done. And two, it'd be cool. It would be kind of symbolic that in this turnaround season, the Bears finally have a quarterback that hits 4,000 passing yards. So I'm rooting for it to happen. I don't think it's the end of the world if he doesn't. He'll pass Eric Kramer, barring something unforeseen. He's 109 yards away from setting the single-season record, which is 38-38. So 109 yards, he'll pass that. That should happen really easily unless something tragic happens. But we'll see on 4,000. I think there's a pretty decent chance that it ends up happening. All right, my score prediction for this one. I don't think the Lions have answers defensively. I think the Bears should be able to score 30. I'm going to go Bears 31, Lions 20. I think the Bears pull away in this one. I think Dennis Allen will have some answers. They'll give up some yards. They'll give up some points, but they'll clamp down the red zone. They'll get a couple of timely turnovers. And this defense, scoring-wise, is much better at home. On the road, they give up like 30 a game, and at home, it's like 17. So I think they'll do better in this one. 31-20, Bears win. They take care of business. This game means more to Chicago, and I think they will win the game because of that fact. And I just think they will lock in and find a way to win this one. Okay, let's take a look at the playoff picture for both of these, both conferences. We'll start with the NFC, of course, because that's what we're focused on here. Seattle clinched the 1 seed last night, so the NFC runs through Seattle. They will have a bye week next week and then play the lowest seed remaining the week after. Again, if the Bears win, which I predicted, they will be the 2 seed and face the Packers. If the Bears lose and the Eagles win, the Eagles would jump to the 2, the Bears would fall to the 3, and they would face either the 49ers or the Rams. Now, let's dissect through that. With San Francisco losing last night, right now they're the 5 seed. However, if the Rams beat the Cardinals, who have lost 13 of 14, the Rams jump up to the 5, the Niners fall to the 6. And let's be clear, the Rams want the 5 seed. Why? Because that means they get either Carolina or Tampa in the first round, and that is the best place to be as a wild card team this year because the NFC South has really struggled. As far as who's going to get the 4 seed, with Tampa winning yesterday, both Carolina and Tampa are 8 and 9. Tampa has the tiebreaker right now. However, if Atlanta beats New Orleans, all 3 of the Buccaneers, Panthers, and Falcons are 8 and 9, and Carolina would have the 3-way tiebreaker. So Carolina's big Panthers fans, Tampa is big Saints fans. So that game all of a sudden has pretty big meaning in the 12 o'clock window. And finally, the Packers are locked into the 7 seed like they have been for over a week now. Okay, AFC, just for those interested, might as well. If Denver wins, they clinch the 1 seed. If they lose and the Patriots win, the Patriots clinch the 1 seed. I can't remember if the Jags have a path to the 1 seed. I'd have to double check. But they play the Titans, so they should win. If they win, they're guaranteed a top 3 seed. Pretty simple for the 4 seed. Steelers, Ravens, winner gets the 4th and final seed. The loser is out. Wild card picture, there's a lot of different tiebreakers. The Texans can win the division still. If they win and the Jags lose, they would win the AFC South. Chargers are resting guys. We'll see how much the Bills play their guys. I don't think they're as concerned about the seeding as obviously they are valuing rest, and they don't feel very confident they can get the 5 seed to play either Pittsburgh or Baltimore. So we'll see on Buffalo, but the Chargers are resting some of their key players. All right, that is going to do it for Chicago Bears now. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. We would greatly appreciate it here on this channel. My name is Harrison Graham. You get your score predictions down in the comment section, Bears, Lions. And don't forget to join us today, 2 o'clock Central Time here on the show. Myself, producer Colin, got you covered with a full watch party of Bears, Lions. We'll, of course, be scoreboard watching the other games as well. We got you covered. See you then. Bear down.